Welcome back to Rinkside. The first round is in the rearview mirror. Our blood pressure is up higher than it's supposed to be. The President's Trophy curse still intact. Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Just like the defending Cup champs who are out at the hands of today's spotlight, this year's playoff darling, the Seattle Kraken. The Seattle Kraken have come a long way since their 2021 expansion roster, and it's hardly a surprise if you watch Western Conference hockey. And in this video, I'm going to explain to you why it's not a fluke. But first, I want to say thank you to my sponsor, Violent Gentlemen. VG has some new designs in the team stores for the Seattle Kraken, the New Jersey Devils, and the Vegas Golden Knights. So if you find yourself at Climate Change, The Rock, or T-Mobile Arena this postseason, swing through the team store and check it out. And with that, let's get into it. Ron Francis has built a balanced, defensively responsible roster, ready for playoff hockey. They don't have to rely on just one player. 15 different players have scored this playoffs, most of any team. This isn't just a playoff strategy working, this is Kraken hockey. The Seattle Kraken are built to suppress fast, high-powered offensive teams. Team defense, it's their identity. In the regular season, the Kraken were the best team in the league at defending the rush. That was the case against Colorado in round 1, and we're seeing it again in round 2 against the Dallas Stars. Now, you don't see many superstars on the Seattle Kraken, but what you do see is a team playing as one. When the opposing team is pressing in their offensive zone, the Kraken keep the puck to the outside. They're tough in the corners, they get in the shooting lanes, and they make sure that they get in front and block a lot of shots. With the two big boys in front of the net, Adam Larsson and Jamie Alexiak, clearing out the front of the net, Grubauer is able to see all the rubber he needs to keep these guys in the game. Alexiak is leading the playoffs right now with 28 blocked shots. The opposing team has no room out there 5-on-5. And why does that matter? It's because the Seattle Kraken take the least amount of penalties of all NHL teams remaining in the playoffs. Even Carson Soucy, who's been known to take a bad penalty or two, is staying out of the box, and he's actually leading the team in plus-minus at +5 right now. But in Game 1, Yanni Gourde gets the winner in OT. They start the cycle, get the puck to the net. Ottinger gives up a terrible rebound. Gourde crashes the net, and the two-time Stanley Cup champion gets the bounce and beats Ottinger short side from a tight angle. And just like that, Dallas is down 1-0 in the series and loses home ice. Now, if you've seen any of my previous videos, you know I like to talk about the young guns, but you can't teach experience. I mean, whatever gear it is that Brandon Tanev has, you either have that or you don't. Don't let him be a factor. Don't leave him around your girl. Now, Vince Dunn hasn't gotten it going just yet, but third-pair defenseman Justin Schultz is third on the team in scoring, and he's averaging just 13 minutes on ice a game. This team runs a low triangle offense, which means you usually see them dump it in, tough on the forecheck, tough in the corners, get the cycle going, and get pucks to the net. And the opponent knows this. And that's why you see Matty Beniers with all that space in the neutral zone. And defensively, they get down low and protect the middle of the ice. It's a pretty basic strategy. Dallas countered with Pavelski. It wasn't enough. Philip Grubauer is doing enough to keep the Kraken in it. Last series, he's played against his old team. There's a lot of emotions, a lot of pressure, and after that series win, it looks like he's got his confidence going. And Grubauer has more saves than any other goalie this playoff season. But with all the conversations around goalie rotation, and they decide to give Grubauer a break, they can lean on Martin Jones, who led the team in wins this season. Jared McCann did not travel to Dallas as he suffered an upper body injury after that late hit from Cale Makar in Game 4 against the Colorado Avalanche. But it is rumored that we might see him for Game 3 in Seattle. And not to get ahead of myself here, but Andrei Burakovsky could return next series if the Kraken can find a way to get past Dallas. And to go a step deeper, the Firebirds, the Kraken's AHL franchise, is in the second round of the Calder Cup playoffs. And a name that hasn't been mentioned in a while, Shane Wright, is back playing professional hockey, scoring his first professional playoff goal in the first round versus Tucson. Could we possibly see him in a Kraken jersey this playoffs? I wasn't expecting to see Ty Karche, but look at him playing on the top line. What about defensive prospect Riker Evans? It's the playoffs, which means next man up. I've been saying it all season long, the Seattle Kraken are going to be a tough out. The Colorado Avalanche found out the hard way, and if the Dallas Stars don't get their act together, they're going to find out too. In my next episode, I plan on spotlighting another team. Why don't you tell me down in the comments who you'd like to see? And I'll see you guys in the next video.